Some say a comet will fall from the sky, followed by meteor showers and tidal waves, followed by fault lines that cannot sit still, followed by millions of dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near. Some say we'll see Armageddon soon. Certainly hope we will. I sure could use a vacation from this stupid shit. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. One great big festering neon distraction. I've suggestion to keep you all occupied. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. Learn to swim. There's bombs that'll fix it all soon. Mom's coming round to put it back the way it ought to be. Welcome to another episode of the Apocalypse. Donny Shitbags puts the judges on notice. And Elon, aka Leon Scum, introduces Chinese-made social scores. If you haven't heard of these, just read the novel 1984, if it hasn't been banned yet in your area. Only in America, land of the free, home of the brave. Yes, social scores. Social scores. If you don't know what a social score is, well, I learned about that many years ago. They do that in China. You know, where the novel 1984 is personified by a country that actually exists. That'd be China. Everyone's surveilled. Everyone's watched. You best not step out of line. There are no workers' rights. There's nothing like that. Social score. Every citizen of the country gets a score based on, their finances, how they do in the world, their criminal, all kinds of stuff go into this. And you, a human being, gets a score of how valuable you are to society. Well, Elon, the Child King, named after a character or a title in a Nazi scientist's novel, Werner von Braun, is trying to introduce these. Elon Musk is introducing a CCP social score, but he fucks that up too. And there's 8 accounts here that looked up their social score using Grok, I assume. And every single one of them, despite their various political backgrounds, because they're not the same kind of people, they're all different. And they each have a comment here, or they each have their account here. And they all have the same social score of 38. Every single one of these people that are completely different. So what they're saying is, what this poster is saying is, even though Elon is introducing this Orwellian dystopian bullshit that the Chinese do, he still fucks it up because everybody's getting the same score. I have a feeling Elon's score will be 100, though, if that's the top of the scale, right? Right, guys? Sure. Anyway, again, if you've ever read the novel 1984, I am not exaggerating when I say this, that is China. Simple. Dictatorship, pure, simple, and you best not step out of line, and you best not demonstrate, and you best not do nothing but what they tell you to. Otherwise, you gonna have some real problems. That's what America's going to be soon, if some miracle doesn't happen. Russia's another great example of this. Total, utter dictatorship. You best not protest. You best not speak out against your leader and let your neighbor hear you or something, because you getting reported, son. 1984, World War II, Germany. We've seen this all before. Us, we that look, we that seek the information, that we may learn from it, unlike most groups. So yes, we've got Chinese-born social scores because, Elon wants to be the Elon of the world. You thought I was being dramatic? You ain't seen nothing yet. Here's some more great stuff. Trump has reeled in more than 200 million since Election Day. Well, yeah, with everybody lining up to kiss the ring because they're all scared they're gonna get prosecuted, thrown in prison, whatever Donnie feels like doing. Everyone's acting like it's a dictatorship already, and he hasn't even been inaugurated. Have you noticed that? I noticed, and I'm trying to tell you about it, even though it's too late. So 200 million. That's without the bribes we don't know about. That's just the ones we do. Here's another one. Apple CEO Tim Cook is donating $1 million to Donald Trump's inauguration fund. We heard about, who else donated $1 million? Didn't Bezos? $1 million seems to be the number. Yeah, you guys ain't getting off that light, I'm sorry to tell you. You're dealing with a beast, son. You're dealing with a beast. And he is not letting Mr. Cook, Mr. Apple, off for $1 million. That's not going to happen, Mr. Apple. Mr. Bezos, you ain't getting off for $1 million. I'm sorry to let you know. Mr. Sundar, you ain't getting off for $1 million. None of you are. You don't even know what's coming, do you? You don't even know. I know. You're all wise, CEOs, oligarchs. You know it all. Because you have so much money. Because you sold your soul for it. You don't even know what's coming. Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, donates $1 million to Trump's inaugural, just like Bezos, just like Tim Apple. You seeing a trend here? They're saying, they probably all got together on a conference call. Can you see this? I can picture it. Totally. How much should we throw at them in the opening salvo? Let's start with $1 million. Because they're all donating the same number. You notice that? Don't worry, that number's going to go up, guys. Couldn't happen to some nicer fellas that made all this happen. You guys are some of the main drivers that made this happen. You allowed these lies to spread for years. As you profited, made billions, bought yachts. Now you're all lining up to kiss the ring, hoping he don't come after you, hoping you stay on his good side. Well, what I know about Donnie Shitbags that you don't know, Mr. Zuckerberg, guy who stole the idea for all his riches that he has today, and Musk, and Bezos, and Tim Apple, Donnie throws everyone under the bus. Trump inaugural fund set to break record as businesses scramble to curry favor or kiss the ring or bribe him. However you want to look at it. That's our world right now. Does that seem normal to you? Oh, this is Elon letting us know about how nice things are going to be going forward, about what I told you last night. All the websites now want to nice things up. What did they tell me? What did YouTube and the adjudicated criminal Google just tell me recently in our last back and forth, where they just censored me utterly again when I was debunking Pizzagate? not promoting it after they've made billions on promoting Pizzagate and platforming Russian shills, etc. What did they say to me? Do you remember, class? I didn't maintain a positive channel history. That's where we're all going with all these websites. This has been planned for a while. They all want to do it. They want to get all the crazies off that they made all these billions off of. And then they want to get guys like me that actually speak the truth off as well, because they don't need that. They don't need the negativity in quotes. Meanwhile, the platform that allowed a trolling campaign sent by the mob to make sexual horrid comments about a dead man, sexual comments about you ladies that watch my channel, and comments about me. Did the website give a flying fuck as that was deployed and the most vile things were taking place? No, because the website only cared about Nicky getting taken down and his rep being ruined. That's why they defamed me. But that's not the point. Positive channel history. Elon going the same direction. Coincidentally, I wonder if they all got together a year ago, roughly, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and decided to go this route. You know, the censor anyone we feel like route. That's not saying nice things about the kings and queens of the world and the mobsters of the world. Fucking joke you people are. You're not fooling me. You people think you can change the record down here, and it's gonna stick. Guess what? I'm here to tell you, it ain't gonna stick, and it don't change the actual record, son. The one that matters. The one where your soul's involved, if you still got one. Ain't changing jack shit there. The mob, what they tried to do to all of us and me, changing the record, smearing coordinated parody channels with the same footage, trolling campaigns. They thought they changed the record for good. There's another record they haven't considered, though, that I have. And that's one of the reasons I don't use the tactics they use. Because I know I'm going to have to answer for my shit, son. And guess what? You going to have to answer too. So here's Elon. Algorithm tweak coming soon to promote more informational, entertaining content. We will publish the changes to X whatever. Our goal is to maximize unregretted user seconds. Too much negativity is being pushed. That technically grows user time, but not unregretted user time. All these websites allowing these trolling campaigns to stalk, harass, and threaten people, and dox people. That's not negative? Oh, you get money off of that. Never mind. You get paid from that. Never mind. By PR firms, oligarchs, Russia, etc. I forgot. Never mind. My apologies. Again, Elon is the guy that just said the other day for a whole segment of the U.S. population to go fuck themselves in the face. Is that positive, Mr. Nazi? Is that positive behavior? Is that positivity? That's the owner of the site who dares come at you with community guidelines on how you should act. As he turned the website into 4chan. Again, you people think you can change reality. I know, Leon. You think you can change reality. Guess what? You can't. And you're going to have to answer, son. And Baphomet ain't going to fucking save you. Sorry. Good luck, though. I'll see you there. So yes, the guy that just said last week a whole segment of the U.S. population who disagreed with him, and many people on his own website, told all those people to go fuck themselves in the face, told Nick Fuentes that he's an idiot, told another guy he has shit for brains, and this is a daily occurrence with this sociopath. And you're going to come at us with less negativity. You mean less exposing you and your buddies. Less pointing out your sociopathy and crimes and frauds and lies on a daily fucking basis. You're going to have your day for a little while, son. Daddy's boy. But then you're going to fall hard. So the same comment again, but a different response. And actually, I didn't read the gentleman's response. It's Ron Filipowski again. I'm very sorry. Ron said he told Trump supporters last week who disagreed with him on H-1B visas to fuck themselves in the face. That's exactly what I thought when I read this comment by Elon. I'm like, Elon's telling people to telling advertisers to fuck off. Fuck you in the face. All this shit. And he's going to dare, just like YouTube dares come at me with positive channel history. Motherfuckers, you allowed a trolling campaign sent by the mob to defame me, attack me, and my viewers. Sexually harass women. Your website defamed me. You're an adjudicated fucking criminal. None of you people got any right to tell anybody what they can and can't say or can and can't do. You owned by Russia just like everybody damn else. Who took more Russian money than Google, YouTube, Meta, Twitter, Instagram? Who took more than those people? I can't think of a name. Can you? And we want to take it to court. I'll subpoena all your financials. Every company. And I can look at it and we can discover together via the courts where all the money came from, right, guys? That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I think it'd be really cool. And then you could all prove you're innocent and that Nick's a liar. Nah, that'll never happen. You're already an adjudicated criminal. I'm not. Son. So that's Ron's statement. He thought the same thing I thought immediately when I read this. I didn't get it from Ron. I thought the same thing. I don't got to get nothing from nobody. I'm way above that. I ain't you people. So this person said after Elon went on his algorithm tweak rant, it's about time. Someone on this platform recently told me to fuck my own face. Exactly. And that's a man with razor sharp wit right there. That's genius what he just said. And that's right under Elon's comment, by the way. Okay, this is Don Jr. in one of his videos. And my God, even from the still shot, son, you can tell he's coked the fuck up. I don't know how good you can see that. I mean, he can't even open his eyes half the time. Can't control his jaw. Classic, cliche cocaine use symptoms. The clenching the jaw. And, tightness. Speedy talk. And this video, I'm not going to play it, but he's coked out of his mind. And here's what he said in the video. Just to be clear, not doing coke. That's not my thing. Never has been. If I was a big drug user, you'd probably hear about it. Here's where I heard about it. When you were standing on a stage, motherfucker, and you put your hand in your pocket in front of everyone. That's how much of a cokehead you is. You couldn't even control yourself in public. Common decency, man. Put his hand right in his pocket. Finger comes up right to the gums. That's how much of an out-of-control, raging cokehead he is. He couldn't even control himself in front of people. He had to do a little gum hit real quick. And he dares, while being on cocaine, say, I don't do coke. You can't make these cretins up. You can't make it up. And again, they think they're so rich just because they says it, it's true. No, motherfucker, we see you all gacked up on cocaine every day. We saw that little Al Pacino move. Like you Scarface or something. Putting your finger in your pocket and rubbing it on the... So this person said, you are blatantly coked out of your fucking head in this video. Where you're pretending to deny you were ever doing coke or any other drugs in any other videos. In every video, every second, son. He getting gacked up before he gets on film. Woo! It's every video, bro. You're a cokehead and not a subtle one. Exactly. Who the fuck you think you're fooling? All the rubes. Hunter Biden's a crackhead. This is cokehead. Yeah, so's Don Jr., son, but that don't bother you, right? Because he's on your team. He's not on anyone's team. He's an opportunist, and you're rubes. And you got played, and it's going to cost you your country, son. You gave it to a cokehead. You gave it to a special K head. You gave it to an Adderall head. That would be the orange guy. Donnie was doing coke like it was going out of style. I heard that's why he shits himself now. From too much cocaine use. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I do know he shits himself. People have reported on it. Alpha male who shits himself with a cokehead son, right? So much better than Joe Biden and Hunter Biden, right? And Hunter wasn't even running for office. How about that? Here's... That takes balls, man. Getting on camera, gack the fuck up on cocaine and try to convince people why you gacked up on cocaine. That cocaine's not your thing. Such shameless liars. And you rubes put your name on it. You own that liar. You own that cokehead. And you know what he is. And you installed him anyway. Because didn't Don Jr. have a position in the last minute, like advisor or something? I don't even fucking know. Anyway, this, again, no one has less self-awareness. And no one is less of a hypocrite than Leon Scum, except for maybe Donnie Shitbags. This picture, I posted it in the community section today. Biden and Soros in an emperor costume. Who's posting that? Well, the richest man in the world is posting about another kind of oligarch, but who has way less money than him. George Soros looking quite good here. Must be the lighting. Joe Biden presenting George Soros with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Here's the thing, Rubes. Elon Musk, Leon Scum, is everything you wish George Soros was. Even though most of the shit you say about Mr. Soros is a lie. Elon literally bought a website with Russian money and you watched it happen and you didn't care because you don't care about your country. You care about the Buffalo Bills winning, which is the Republican Party. That's all you care about. Gonna cost your country, son. And maybe more. This oligarch who just bought the president, he basically lives at Mar-a-Lago now. Did you know that, Rubes? The richest man in the world. And the president that you think is going to fight for the little people, that's what you've been telling us for 8 years, has the richest man in the world as a roommate now, looking over his shoulder every 2 seconds, watching him for Vlad. Making sure he gets his money's worth. Leon gets his money's worth because he gave Donnie about $200 million, something like that. So, Rubes, Again, the richest man in the world is now the president's roommate at Mar-a-Lago. He's there all the fucking time, all day, every day. Basically lives there now. Bought a website with Russian money to control opinion, control you people with lies and manipulation, etc. And he knows your biases, and he knows you'd rather die than vote any other way but R because you're that brainwashed. And you can't let it go. Gonna cost you your country, son. So that oligarch, the richest man in the world, the one, if you were to ask yourself, well, who is the system? Who is the man? Who is the one pulling the strings? Who is the richest? Who wields the most power, the most influence? Well, that'd be Leon Scum, wouldn't it? Look how many people he's bought. Look who he partners up with. Russia, Puff Daddy, etc. Donnie Shitbags. So again, I don't ever want to hear George Soros' name out of any right-winger's mouth again, because you people have installed the biggest oligarch of them all, the biggest globalist of them all. Globalist, like Alex says. But you didn't care. All you cared about was the Buffalo Bills winning. So the 30, 20 years I heard you guys mention Soros as if he were omnipresent. Guess who's really omnipresent, it appears? Leon Scum. Read the novel that Mr. Von Braun wrote, that Elon and Thale and all these fucking psychopaths base their ideology on. See what you think of it. Because they're trying to make it happen. Because they're fucking insane. And that's not an exaggeration. You don't understand. These are people that never had to grow up like you did and face real responsibility and real challenges and hardship. These people never had to face that. They are disgustingly filthy rich to the point 200 billion ain't enough. Do you know what kind of sociopath, what kind of sick person you have to be to have $200 billion and say, you know what? I want to control the world too. 200 billion just ain't enough. It doesn't fill that hole where my soul should be, damn it. And nobody likes me. I've been a socially awkward moron my whole life that no one wants around. And the only way I can get respect is by buying it and having people over a barrel, including entire countries. And it's not just our country. He's trying to blanket in his fucking psychopathy. This fucking child who never grew up, who looks like a fucking beluga whale. Let me continue. I think you get the point on that one, you fucking hypocrites, with all this Soros bullshit. As you literally put your name on and help install the biggest oligarch globalist of them fucking all. As you watch Alex Jones suck his fucking cock, too. Mr. Fight the Globalists, right, Alex Jones? The fuck? You people believe in nothing, including that snake oil salesman. Won't believe in jack shit. And it's gonna cost you your country, son. And I take no pleasure in saying that. And here's my point. Hey, you conspiracy theorists out there who have been shitting bricks for years thinking there's going to be a one world government. The guys you voted for are trying to make it happen right now in front of your face. Nice work. One day, conspiracy theorists are going to find out they were involved in a conspiracy to spread conspiracies while ushering in the very conspiracy they warned everyone about. That's what I've been saying to you since the election and before. The same people that warned us since the late 80s in politics, in religion, etc., that said liberals were going to usher in this one world government stuff. Look at you now. You did it, MAGA. Pat yourself on the back. But you never believed in any of that anyway. You never cared about any. You just cared about your team winning. Because it made you feel good. It gave you some type of validation. Did nothing for you personally. In fact, you're going to lose your country because of it. Your mode of thinking. This is one of the best ways to put it I've ever seen. Because it's what I've been trying to say. It's the surprise that surprises me. That has me kind of taken aback. I heard a whole segment of the population for fucking 30 years scream on YouTube or radio, wherever they could. Alex Jones. These evil liberal Marxist globalists that want to usher in the New World Order. No, opportunists. Donnie Shitbags, he don't care. He's just grifting off the president. He'll let these idiots do whatever they want until he turns on them. You're some sick people. And they've based their ideology on whatever occult bullshit they've read or pledged themselves to. And this Werner von Braun shit, techno-oligarchy, brain chips, crypto, Mars. Does it sound normal to you? All the right-wingers that yelled for years that I had to listen to. You just helped make it all happen, but you didn't care. And some of you, which I'll get to in future videos, you recognized the ones that should have been teaching. You recognized what it was. And you said, oh shit, it's on my team. I guess I gotta run with it. Otherwise I lose my congregation. I lose this. I lose that. I'll be hated. It's you who will be held the most accountable. I hope you're prepared for that. Yes, Elon is messing with politics in Britain. I've been explaining to you, they won his ass in Britain. They are mad as fuck at this motherfucker. It is my earnest hope that His Majesty considers this matter in the interest of his subjects. In other words, Elon is calling for the King of England to dissolve what happened in the election because he doesn't like who won. In other words, the person that promised him all the favors didn't win. So Elon wants the election in Britain overturned now. He's now trying to influence British politics. He's incited riots there. This person is utterly dangerous. Why didn't our government throw him the fuck out of our country and take all his contracts away? What the fuck is wrong with you people? You just let this man take everything? And then the rubes just give him everything. But that's not the point. The point is, you, the person that's been trying to convince so many other people of your right-wing talking points and liberals are evil and Marxists, and they're going to usher in the New World Order, all that shit you wrote on Facebook for 20 years, you have literally helped usher it in. That's what I've been trying to tell you. But I'm trying to choose my words carefully and not reveal it too quickly. But other people are catching on. And they don't even have the knowledge I have. But they see what's on the surface. And what's on the surface is a right-wing conspiracy theory community that was going on for 30 years, 20 years on social media, as those companies were taking Russian money, as Vlad was softening up our country with these rubes, working on their brains as the social media companies cashed the checks from Vlad. And now it's at the point where they've literally given their country away. It's incredible. It's incredible. That's literally what I've been trying to tell you for months and months now. You've ushered in what you've been trying to warn everyone about, and you still don't even realize it yet. Because your bias gets in the way of the wisdom that you should be employing. Your political bias, the way you've been brainwashed. Vlad's talking points still swirling through your feeble mind. And I bet you still hold on to them. You're still not ready to let them go. As people point these things out to you over and over again, you're helping usher in literally all the things you pretended to care about, like Alex Jones. Alex is on Team Globalist now. How do you Rubes feel about that? I know, you think you're the wise one, I'm the stupid one, and I shouldn't be listened to. Continue down that path if you will. Your decision. This person asked Grok how to avoid tipping the negativity sensors. Remember, YouTube told me I didn't maintain a positive channel history in their last censorship tour of my channels. Funny how Elon's going the same route, almost as if all the websites made a choice together. So Grok told them, don't criticize your government, don't criticize foreign governments, don't talk about conspiracy theories, stop telling people to fuck off in the comments, and don't accuse government officials or members of the media of malfeasance or dishonesty. There's an element to this I feel I failed to convey. In that Dugin letter I read to you, the guy who kind of wrote a manifesto on what Elon Musk is about and what their movement is about. This Grok thing, this AI thing, do you remember the parts in the Dugin letter where he mentioned AI and how it should be treated and how it should be molded? In other words, he wanted to make sure the AI's personality was not liberal or woke or whatever. Because if it was, if it actually stuck to reality, it stuck to the truth, looked at things objectively, it would say negative things about all these people that are in charge now. They don't want that. They can't have that. They want an AI that has their personality. Part of this movement is about masculine dominance. Like it used to be way in the old days. Racism, etc. White dominance. In other words, they want the AI to have that male dominance, racist. In other words, they want the AI to have the same ideology as them, so it looks at things from that perspective. This is some far out shit, I know, but these people have been thinking about it for years. These psychopaths. In other words, they want the AI to have a bias, their bias. So when people ask the AI questions or use it for things, it operates under that bias. It's a serious thing that they're trying to achieve, and people don't realize the seriousness of it yet. It's something you need to consider and think about and realize and acknowledge. The next big evolution is AI. Of course, the oligarchs, they want to control everything like they already do. So they want to control that too, how it thinks, how it operates. It'll make a big difference in the world, believe me. Who controls AI, how it's used, what personality it has, what lens it views things through. These psychopaths at the top, programming it. Serious, man. Elon's Epstein ties. This picture's been going around the internet for a long time. Elon and Ghislaine Maxwell at a party. I want you to forget Kung Fu practice with Ghislaine. Why does that say that there? Because there's a text message between Jeffrey Epstein and Elon Musk. Donnie Shitbags has all kind of connections to Epstein, but you don't want to talk about that. Shh. We don't want to talk about that, right, guys? The footage, the plane rides. We don't want to talk about that. I know. In Elon's case, this is 2016, May 30th. And I believe Jeffrey contacted him. Were you able to meet up with Ghislaine at Kung Fu practice on Saturday? Jeff. Signed, Jeff. And Elon responds, I did, thank you. And he puts the little sideways smiley face at the end of it. Yes, the genius, the visionary, the one the rubes look up to and just handed their country to. Jeff Epstein's buddy. They're text buddies. They text each other. Nothing to see here, right, Rubes? Nothing to see when Donnie and Shitbags and Epstein are in a piece of footage together, pointing out the girls they're about to victimize at a party at Donnie's place. No problem, right? Just sweep that footage right under. Because it'll ruin your whole paradigm, right, Rubes? The whole house of cards falls that you built trying to convince the world that that evil is good and good is evil. I know you've convinced yourself. You ain't convinced the rest of us. And just because you're trying doesn't mean you're going to change evil into good or good into evil. Just like the mob, when they want to alter the record, and when the websites now want to alter the record by removing people. You don't alter the real record, son. This is Donnie Shitbags putting all the judges on notice. I told you once Donnie won the presidency, he was under the assumption that all his cases, crimes, felonies, convictions just go away. Just like a little child. So I read you the rant yesterday. This one's very detailed and very out of control. I never falsified business records. It is a fake, made-up charge by a corrupt judge who is just doing the work of the Biden-Harris Injustice Department. Like a true 3-year-old. What have you Roops done? An attack on their political opponent, me, that's in caps because that's the most important two letters in the entire thing, M-E. He created a case where there was none, keeps a gag order on me so that I can't talk about how crooked he is. The fake news knows all about it, but they refuse to talk. Boy, aren't we getting those 2016 vibes all over again. Oh, humans never learn, man. So sad to watch. He may be the most conflicted judge in New York State history. Wow. Says the guy in orange face with a diaper full of shit. Always remember that. The accountant testified with total corroboration that the records were perfect and totally above board. Everything's perfect with Donnie. A legal expense was called on the books a legal expense. There was nothing else it could have been called. This was the so-called, I call it fraud, but hey, that's just me. This was a so-called falsifying of records. I was hiding nothing. Everything was out in the open for all to see. Every legal scholar of note said there is no case against me. That's in caps. The judge should be disbarred. This is why people and companies are fleeing New York. A corrupt court system. In another crooked New York case, another corrupt judge overturned 5 times on my case alone, and the most overturned judge in New York valued Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach, Florida at $18 million when it's worth 50 to 100 times that amount. Yeah, we've heard all the greatest hits are in here. And then we have also in New York, The Woman I Never Met. Celebrity photo lines from 30 years ago don't count. Yes, they fucking do. You met the person. Not only did you meet the person, you raped the person. Who was awarded almost $100 million. I mean, he's defaming her again. She could sue him again and get more money. But don't worry, Donnie's going to make sure that can't happen in the future. I'll get to that. A totally out of control Trump-hating judge presided. All the judges hate Trump, right? The Biden-Harris DOJ was involved directly or indirectly in each of these cases. I won against deranged Jack Smith. Notice twice in there he puts the Biden-Harris DOJ, or maybe 3 times, because he's trying to get you to accept the illegitimacy because Biden was involved. I see where this is going. And this, to me, is he's putting all the judges and people on notice. He doesn't say this stuff for no reason. He's not just whining and complaining here. He's putting the judges and people on notice. I want all my cases to go away. I want all my convictions to go away. I want all my charges to go away. He's putting all of you on notice that you should double your security. And I'm serious. The ones I worry about the most first are these judges that he had to stand before. Take this seriously, guys. Because this ain't the same world anymore. I know everyone thinks it is, including the judges. But it's not. They don't plan on giving up power this time. They didn't plan on it last time. And people will be gone after. Just like in Russia. That's why I tried to warn everyone. Don't turn your country into Russia. Too late now. Now we must suffer it. All of us, including the rubes, including the oligarchs. One of them's dead. One CEO. Already. And the king hasn't even been coronated yet. People will be gone after. Everyone needs to take this very seriously. And don't proceed as if it's business as usual like always, because it's not gonna be. It's already not. We got social scores being introduced in America. We already had credit scores and shit like that, which is kind of a social score. Social Score is straight up Chinese dictatorship stuff, 1984 stuff. Again, you people helped usher this in, but I'll get to that in a future video. Anyway, take it all very seriously, especially the judges that were involved in cases with him. I worry for you guys. That's a serious warning of concern. We are not in the same world anymore. And don't worry, everyone will realize that as each day passes. It gets crazier and crazier and more unhinged from these people that took over. The problem with these people, they're so thin-skinned. If we don't agree to become their slaves, they get all offended. I can't believe we're at this moment in history. And in 2015, again, this is what I saw. I saw the white supremacist movement using a 666 hand sign or white power hand sign, using a green frog beast as their symbol. Donnie was all about it. They were all about Donnie. What is that reminiscent of? A white nationalist movement. Guess who else was all about white nationalism? Adolf Hitler. So when we see a white nationalist movement in history, rubes and children, our ears should perk up. Because that's how the whole Nazi thing started. Even basic students of history know that shit. So I saw this. I saw people in pictures. Some of them not even white. Like, what's his name who got thrown out of Congress? The one that had all those crimes in Brazil and here. I can't even remember his name. A man of Latin descent. Doing a white power hand sign. This how serious that shit is, man. So when I saw that, and you add to the cult kind of thing that was forming around Donnie shitbags, just like Adolf Hitler, my ears pricked up some more. Then when he tried to overthrow the government, my ears really pricked up. And I knew they weren't going to do shit to him. But I was hoping I was wrong. I identified him as something. I could feel it. I told you what I thought he was. And I said, if it ever gets to the point where I realize I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I'll admit I was wrong. I keep waiting for it. Just like I kept waiting for in the Cornell thing, something to show me I was wrong. I never saw that. I would have been happy to admit I was wrong. I'd be happy to admit I'm wrong now, please. Please, can I be wrong? And I know none of you rubes saw that back in 20... You didn't see the white national movement, or you didn't care, or you wanted to be part of it, or you co-signed it. The hand signs, the cult-like activity. Us students of history, we know what all that's about, man. We know where all that goes, too. And it ain't a good place for nobody, even the rubes. So now we've let the guy that the white supremacists voted along with and helped get in power, who tried to overthrow the government's back in power again. Do you think it's going to go better this time? With all sycophants? And they'll all get approved, don't worry. There's nothing to stop this. They didn't stop it for 8 years. Why are they going to stop it now? In fact, all I see is like some cheap, weird novel or something. I see oligarchs, CEOs, press, everyone lining up to kiss the fucking ring, as if he's dictator already, as if they know what's coming. And what I said to all of you before, if they all scared, why isn't you? Anyway, till the next episode of The Apocalypse, have a wonderful evening.